All right, guys. Good morning. So, of course, my first problem for today is we're excited to shoot for BYD, but of course, technical difficulties. I cannot seem to pair this mic with the Osmo Action. So we'll see how this goes with this audio, and see how it works or not work. So we're now driving to our meeting point. Oh, it's in Seda Verdes North, and so it's just too early. So sleepy, but had a long night last night, not much sleep. Today we are coming up with our first media drive together with BYD Philippines for the Shark 6, and we've done a full shoot on that, but today I want to show you how, in my perspective, on how it is to go through the behind the scenes and what we do, what happens behind a media drive for the car brands. As many of you know, we've already done a lot of car reviews, and we're used to being the supplier of these brands, but this is the first time that I've been invited officially as the media partner or a media KOL for such a long drive. And the email that was sent to me is we were gonna drive up north to Alviera to test the Shark. So that'd be at least I don't know, maybe at least an hour and a half to 2 hours of drive. But that'll be fun to see how the Shark performs on real life situations, not just from the test track that we've driven it before. So join me in this vlog, join me in this expedition of an overland trip together with the BYD Shark to really see what the car is all about. So I'm walking around this morning, and guess who we found?
What the heck?
It's gonna be that kind of day. Morning, Jack. So, little does Kako know, this is officially my first ever media drive in my life. Officially.
Awesome!
So, I'm really excited. I'm excited, seriously. And I'm like a kid, like, woo! Just bring this camera. Gumagana ba yung mic ko? Siyempre hindi.
You disconnected it. You turned it off. It was connected kanina.
Anyway, we're gonna go up. See you later. Kasi wala akong shooter today. Ang aga. See you there. Morning, bro. Good morning. Need to sign up anything? We're good? Alright, we're good. Boss Mix.
There.
Good morning.
This is our first biggest event, and welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us. The next 2 days will be, like what Isa mentioned, jam-packed with adventure. We're gonna test, and you will get to experience what the Shark 6 DMO really is.
Battery, of course, and DMO.
So this is our overall route for days 1 and 2. This will be seeing in the next 2 days. Oh, Ryan.
Yeah.
So, of that given
Let's go.
reason.
Just taking, so we're doing a safety briefing for everybody, and we're done with that. And so, hi, it's a run. Good morning. And Jean is here. They put us in the same car, man.
Yeah, let's get lost.
This is gonna be the noisiest
Let's
car.
get nasty.
I can feel it already.
Let's get naked. What?
Wala pa kami sa kotse, boy. Good luck. get ready to go. See you later. Magulo ba tayo today, Doc?
Sobra, parati naman yun.
Ang tanong, mababalaho ba tayo today?
Huwag na tayo.
Feeling ko masaya.
Masaya. Sure yan, sure.
Mamaya makikita namin. This is us. Car number 1 with the Shark. The cars are here. My car mate number 1. All right, so we are here in the BYD media drive of the BYD Shark. And we're about to load up for all of the cars that are here. And my car mates are Kako and Jack and Neil. So we're about to see how this goes. It's gonna be a fun day with everybody. So yeah, let's get this drive going and have a good day together. So apparently, Kako is riding in the back. So I think we're good. Literally, he's on the bed. What if we move the car? He'll probably shoot us. So guys, 10 pesos lang po.
Mahal naman, sir.
Sige, 5 pesos. Pero
That's on my video!
Did you mind going to energy? So click the gear down there.
Energy.
Yun ang hinahanap namin.
Energy.
Energy.
FM.
Okay, 70.
Auto, 70.
Yeah.
That's good?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We're good.
Alright, so these are the settings we're using. State of charge will save. So it'll charge constantly until it's 70%.
Yeah.
Or it'll start charging when it drops below 70.
All right, I'm gonna roll out. First thing we did is setting the car seat on Kako setting. So that means extremely forward.
Wow! Legroom I have. Wow.
Extremely upward.
We are not all wearing our seatbelt. Yeah, because we haven't left yet. Are you wearing your car's moving?
I'm
putting it on now. I was gonna put it on. There you go. Sorry, Mom. Jeez.
So for the 5th take, by the way, we're barely 5 minutes into this drive. You just know where this thing's going for today. Hi, BYD.
Please continue.
What's the height of Kako?
Sige.
Jack's birthday?
It's Jack's birthday today. Today, right now. I completely forgot. Happy birthday, man. I totally forgot. Kiss.
Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday, bro.
So we'll drive you anywhere.
We can use it.
You want? No. Doesn't work that way. No code. So I pulled up. Didn't ask him his name. This lonely boy in the rain.
This is what happens in a media drive, not the car. All right, guys, so I'm gonna do this. Together with the Kako and Neil, this is our video that we're doing in my first media experience drive, actually. So I want to thank BYD for allowing me to do this. And of course, doing it with the veterans is a lot of pressure, but we're gonna do it anyway. So we are driving the Shark DM06 and giving a lot of impressions on doing an off-road trail on the side of NLEX. That's one, but generally we're doing a road drive first. And initially, what you could really appreciate with this car is how quiet it is off the bat. We're used to a diesel clatter, but given how it's pretty smooth. And Kako in the back thinks the back seat's actually worth a what do you call it? Crossover. A crossover.
Yeah.
Crossover comfort levels. Yes. So that's really quite different for this vehicle. And the power at 80 kilometers per hour when you're just stepping on it, power is just instant. And I think that's really how an electric vehicle changes the game in terms of how we use our vehicles, especially on trucks. We're used to seeing electrified cars, but electrified trucks is a first, and that's what this Shark is all about. Maybe the future, in my perspective, is how do we use this for overlanding, and just off the bat with all the features that's available, the plug-in, the 29 kilowatt blade battery with 220 outlets in the back. you could probably plug everything, including we talked about like ACs, probably your Starlink, your
6 kilowatts, man. So
the back 6 kilowatt battery, right? No, for the 220 inverter, right?
For the V2L.
Yeah, V2L system. So you could probably run half your household if you really need to in case of a disaster emergency. I don't know, but yeah. So that's my initial impression on the drive. And to be on a personal note, since I'm on the other side of the fence today, it's actually quite refreshing and different to be just enjoying the whole atmosphere.
It's less stressful, ain't it?
It's nice to be in a different space. I'm not really too focused on again, I always say this, don't be too focused on the drive itself, on the specs. You watch Kako's channel, Neil's channel, you'll get all the specs there. I'm just doing the side where it's going to be fun, the experience, the atmosphere, and it's fun in the car, and yeah, a little bit different from what I'm used to. Usually we're in the lead car doing the pace notes and all that. So yeah, we're gonna keep it short, and the rest of the day we're gonna have probably an off-road track later, and that's it. It's all right, we'll see you guys later, guys. Thank you. Chung-chungs. Ito na si RIT. Nag-trail ba kayo? Okay. I am with Tita Lou.
Tito Lou.
Oh my goodness. We said Lou, right? And we have no idea what the track is. Bro, explain what we're doing.
We're just gonna go to your campsite, and then we're gonna take them one by one around the trail.
Okay.
We'll use the campsite as like a holding area where they'll do some
Time to shoot.
shooting
Yeah.
stuff. So we'll take turns going around the trail.
So far, this car is proving to be interesting, to be honest. Even for us.
It's nice on road.
It's quiet on road. It's like falling asleep on road level. This is just hill descent on. So interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna increase speed to 22,
Hill.
23.
Okay.
I guess I have to keep it there for a while, my foot.
Okay.
There. So 23.
It triggers it. You'll feel it trigger.
There.
Then it keeps it on that speed. So that's the one thing we learned today on the hill descent. So you modulate to the speed of the car that you want, the descent that you want. And then Tita Louie was off the brakes,
Like now, it's on 2.
2, and then off the brakes, and then hill descent.
Gas, a little bit of gas. 10, 12. Yeah, staying around there. See that? It's Daddy.
Oy! Oy! Talaga lang, ha? Thank you, bro.
Okay, see
We're
you later.
See you later. Thank you for the ride.
They're about to leave to go off-roading.
All right, so guys, let's talk about 2 impressions that we want to talk about. So on road, today we've driven around over 100 kilometers already from Manila here to Alviera. And the first thing you will really see with the BYD Shark is how quiet the car is. On the highway, it's never lacking in power. It's actually very impressive because you don't expect that level of luxury, if I may call it, in a pickup truck. It's just a very different experience. And right now, we're on the gravel tracks, and like you can see, we can try doing what we're doing. Put it on gravel mode, then you can just go for it. When you go for it, it's really pretty good. Very supple suspension. I just love how the car handles. So moving on from there, I'm still smitten with the truck because of how well built the truck is for these conditions. And again, you don't feel anything. All the controls are there. Now again, I'll repeat myself. It's still not probably the tool you would use to go rock crawling, right? But for any other purpose, your daily commute, you want a very efficient daily commute. You want a truck that can take you out camping. This is the truck that probably will get the job done. Right now, we're heading on to the off-road track. And I just want to show you what the hill descent control can do. So we put it at 70% mode. So basically what it does is it will keep the battery charged to 70%. So we're going up now here on this little hill climb. No problems whatsoever. Actually, no effort. Boom. Okay, so now you can see this road coming up. I'm gonna turn on hill descent control. It's shift on the fly, meaning you could keep it on drive and it'll work. And what it will do is, you see here, I'm gonna slow it down to the speed that I want. I'm hitting the brakes, right? Wait for it to engage there. Now it's blinking. Then I'm gonna let go. Then it'll keep it there. If you see my feet, I am not stepping on the brakes or on the gasoline pedal. It's at 3 kilometers per hour and it's going down this hill without any fuss. Okay, and what you'll do is if I speed it up a bit, I step on the accelerator, it'll go to 8, right? And then it'll keep it there once it blinks again. So now that's the speed it will go down with. So that's how the hill descent works. So if you don't turn it off, it'll keep whatever the speed is. Ibabalik na dun sa speed na yan. Kunyari 21, 22. Pag hindi mo siya in-off, it still stays there. So if you want the hill descent to shut off completely, you have to tap that button. But if you're not, again, it'll start blinking, keep it on that speed. Yan, tapos bitaw ka ulit. Yan ulit yung brake.
So your first 100 kilometers, what can you say about the whole ergonomics of the vehicle?
Very comfortable. I have yet to sit on the back seat. That's for tomorrow. But basically, the size of the truck on the highway is very present. It's very comfortable. It's very quiet. I'll give some points that I don't think I like. Probably just one. There's no plus-minus gearing, both on the shifter or on the steering column. So that means you cannot engine brake. Or if you want to slow down, usually on highway, we're used to kicking down the speed, right? Or using the motor to pull it back. This one, you're highly dependent on the brakes. So if maybe in a situation where you'll need to engine brake, there's no such thing. It's just like, it's gotta be brake, and then the way it compensates for it is you have to use the hill descent control. That's the wake-up call in the morning. So we are shooting the BYD Shark. You're telling me to get in the car with Kakos driving. So I can see with the charger of the AC Mobility, it's early in the morning. May I come in?
Oh yeah, you can come in inside if you like.
So I woke up late, so I didn't have breakfast. So I gotta look for coffee later. But should be a good day. So we have a drive challenge today, which is an economy run. And we are heavy. Uy, laki ng legroom. Guys, by the way, may driver to. Hindi mo lang nakikita. Pag tinakit din. Yan o. That was right there, man. So we're in Daang Kalikasan. As you can see, so far we're doing this fuel economy run. So it's been very, very comfortable in the backseat of the Shark. And we've driven a long time and we still have more than 700 kilometers left on the fuel range. So it just shows you how efficient these trucks really are. So I just want to give a perspective on enjoying the day 2 of the media drive. You know, it's really different also as an experience because we really wanted to show you how it will feel like when we're actually on the other side of the fence. And you know, we got Chini there, you got Sam, Kako, and all their trucks. And you can see all of the trucks you can see behind me. So it's all, the perspective is quite different when you're actually trying to shoot the vehicle. And you know, it's about taking it in, and the details of really running a media event is really very different from being the supplier on the other side. And yeah, so I'm just taking in the experience and enjoying how the whole thing works. And so we're used to doing these drives, but we're also used to being the lead car. But also being the other side of the fence also is quite different. So I think that's my impression of this experience actually. Alright, so we're just continuing the vlog and we are now here at the new campsite in Daang Kalikasan. And we've just driven around 3+ hours. We're doing an eco challenge with the BYD, so it took a little longer to get here. But now that we're here, I wanted to show you how the natural element of these cars really look like. So we have the overland concept, and this is how we set up overland. And you can see the car really did perform properly, and it was actually driven here. So the ROH wheels paired with the General 83 tires are really a combination that I would recommend if you wanted to upgrade the tires. Like simply put, like on the way here, we had a punctured tire because of the highway tire and we had to replace those tires. But given these types of conditions that you need to drive in, if you have an all-terrain tire, it will give you better traction for the off-road situations, the overland situations, or in this case, if you need some rock crawling or actually just riverbed and some water crossings, it really gives you that added confidence to drive with all-terrain tires paired with a good set of rims like ROH. If you can see, shade is really a crucial part of overlanding, and these two 70-degree awnings provide the biggest shade that you could find, or the 180-degree on the other car that we have on the other Shark really gives that shade that you might need to get you out of the elements. You can see all the media guys that we're with today. Quickly pan over. You can see them all on our tarp tents, and also they were also hanging out in their awnings, just to give you reprieve from the scorching sun. So, some final thoughts on the BYD Shark. The first thing you gotta do is, this is a new generation and style of overlanding. One, it's all-wheel drive, but it's not your traditional four-wheel drive with low transfer cases. So it's a matter of pros and cons. It is a hybrid vehicle with EV technology. You could power unlimited stuff as long as the V2L is working. On the flip side of it, there's also a case to be made with, is it the type of thing that you're doing? You have to choose between overlanding and probably off-roading in a more extreme setting. But on the flip side of not off-roading, you get the city drivable limits of a full EV that you could probably drive without using a fuel if you're just doing your city commute. So it's a game of compromises and preferences, if I may, on what type of adventure you're into. As an overlander, there are a lot to like. The rails, the accessibility to put on other gear on top is definitely a plus. The bed is big enough to put different types of 12-volt and 220 things, like your AC. You could probably run it with your fridges, your Starlink, your internet. But on the flip side also, you gotta take a closer look at that rear suspension, because it after all, it is a coil-sprung suspension. So there are also limitations to how much weight you could be put in. So yes, you have bigger space, but you might have to look at how much weight you're carrying. On the fuel side, if you're running highway with the amount of driving we've done, all highway driving, pure EV mode, you will get a long mileage or very long ranges. But if you start putting weight, you start pulling a trailer, you put a lot more gear, you go to heavier stuff on the vehicle, that range will significantly also decrease because of the amount of stuff you put in. The way you drive after doing this media drive really makes a big factor on whether or not you're gonna hit a very long range like 1,000 or not, or 800 kilometers as it claims. So put that all together, the total package of the BYD Shark 6 DMO is a compelling package. You be the one to decide whether this is something for you or not, because at the end of the day, it will boil down to your type of adventure, your preference, and what type of stuff you want to do. So to close that off, the BYD Shark will be for you if you're into overlanding, you're into the city range. If you're doing crazy off-road trails, maybe there's another tool for that because it is not designed for that type of adventure. So whether you pick the BYD Shark or not, I'll leave it up to you to see for yourself. Why don't you go test drive one with the BYD and see for yourself if this is a truck for you. So guys, this is Joel from Overland Kings. We're so privileged to be able to do this media drive with BYD. So I want to thank BYD for allowing us to review the vehicle, to outfit the vehicle, of course. So I want to thank all the sponsors who've helped us. We have ROH Wheels, General Tires, Overland Kings, Adventure Kings, Mammoth Systems, and everybody that just made it possible for us to enjoy this experience. I want to thank BYD Philippines for allowing us to review the vehicle together with the whole media team. And I want to thank you for the opportunity to set up the vehicles officially for BYD. So guys, this is Joel Pedro from Overland Kings from Mangatarem. We'll see you guys in the next adventure. Bye for now. That was the one take that was quiet.
Whatever, man.
After 2 days.
Whatever, dude.